People disappear every day, taken from ordinary routines, vanished without warning. Predators always leave clues behind. But finding them takes time, and sometimes time runs out. Case 1. Colorado, on September 25, 1999. Natalie Mirabal returned home to Longmont, Colorado, with her husband Matthew and their infant daughter. It had been a normal, happy evening. Later that night, Natalie remembered they needed diapers. She took the car and drove to the grocery store. She never came back. 3 hours later, Matthew called police. Friends searched the store parking lot and found Natalie's car, but no sign of her. She never went inside. The only thing out of place was a fresh scratch on the side of the vehicle. Police treated it as a possible abduction. The next morning, hikers made a horrifying discovery in the mountains outside Boulder. A woman's body had been dumped in a remote canyon. She had been murdered and decapitated. The victim was quickly identified as Natalie Mirabal. Investigators believe she was killed elsewhere and dumped in the mountains. Nearby, they found broken pieces of redwood lumber, clean, fresh, and out of place. Natalie's purse was later found on a roadside. Cash was still inside. Robbery was not the motive. Attention turned inward. Statistically, victims often know their killers. Natalie's husband, Matthew, cooperated fully, but detectives noticed troubling details. A fresh cut on his thumb. Work gloves found in Natalie's car with blood inside them. Plant debris that placed Natalie's vehicle in the same canyon where her body was found. Then came the motive. Matthew had secretly taken out a $250,000 life insurance policy on Natalie just months earlier. He paid for it with a money order so she wouldn't see it. Investigators searched his work truck and found a piece of redwood lumber. When crime lab technicians put the pieces together, they fit perfectly, 3 fragments from 3 locations, forming the murder weapon. DNA sealed the case. Blood inside the gloves matched Matthew. Natalie's DNA was on the flashlight used during the crime. Fingerprints linked him to evidence purchases. Police concluded the murder was planned. Matthew Mirabal was arrested, convicted, and sentenced to life without parole. Justice came, but far too late for Natalie. Case 2. Minnesota. In Moose Lake, Minnesota, another disappearance began quietly. On May 27, 1999, a convenience store clerk named Katie Poer failed to return home. Police found the store open, cash still in the register. But surveillance cameras told the story. For 4 terrifying minutes, the grainy footage showed a man abducting Katie right inside the store. They could see what happened. They could not see who did it. Investigators launched an immediate manhunt. Volunteers, police, and the National Guard searched the area. Katie's family waited. Witnesses soon recalled a man acting strangely nearby, a man with a black truck. A partial license plate was recorded. Thousands of vehicle owners were investigated. Then one detail stood out. The suspect wore a blue and white baseball jersey number 23. Authorities released the image publicly. Tips poured in. One call named a man who owned a black truck, wore that jersey, and had recently cut his long hair. Donald Pince. Police searched his lake property. In a fire pit, they found burned bone fragments and a tooth. Forensic anthropologists confirmed the remains were human, female, the same age as Katie. The tooth told the final story. Katie had recently received a rare dental adhesive used by only a handful of dentists at the time. That same adhesive was found on the burned tooth. It was Katie. Donald Pince was arrested. Faced with overwhelming forensic evidence, he was convicted and sentenced to life without parole. Closing abductions are a race against time. Sometimes justice comes fast. Sometimes it comes years later. But no matter how long it takes, predators leave traces behind. And forensic science remembers everything.